Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and this is the Saturday Minecraft stream. It's a little bit later than normal because I spent the morning doing some bonus podcast recording with Pixel Riffs for the Spawn Chunks patrons. We did the quarterly hangout and we did the October Minecraft hangout where we talk with our patrons about what they've been up to in Minecraft. And now I'm going to share with you what I'm going to be doing in Minecraft this weekend. We'll be talking about all this stuff, of course, on Monday on the next episode of the Spawn Chunks. And we're going to pick up where we left off working on the command center. I need to clean some stuff up around the base. I want to maybe try to pick some block palettes. I really don't have any idea because the inspiration that we've chosen for this build is a black and white sketch. So it's kind of a blank slate as far as what we want to do for colors and things like that. I want to try to stay practical. I feel like we're going to be using a lot of concrete, but I don't know what I want to do inside. I don't know what color schemes I want to use. We've done a lot of white and purple right now, but I don't know if I'm going to stick with that. We'll have to see. So right now, I think the sky's the limit. There are some things I think will be gray. Some metal areas that I want to kind of use as stone or andesite or something like that. So we'll have to figure out what looks best in those situations. And I know we can use some deep slate to our advantage as well. I don't think we'll be using black stone, but you never know. If we use purple, we might, because it does go all right with purple. Eclipse, hello, good to see you. Blue Crow is here. SweetSandi, of course, is kicking around the chat. Neon Gaming Adventures, welcome in. Dan is celebrating a 20 stream streak. That's amazing, Dan. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, Neon Gaming will eventually update the server to whatever the latest version of Minecraft is. We have some quality of life mods that we run on the server, so it just depends on when those mods get updated and how anxious I am to update to Mobs of Mayhem. I'm not seeing a big draw. I'm not excited about Mobs of Mayhem, so I'm not going to be champing at the bit to update because it's a lot of work for me, but we'll see. So to bring everybody up to speed, we put the wings together for the command center. I can work on a little bit of this one, although we're getting really close to this. So this might be something we deal with today, taking that down and putting that shulker box somewhere. We've got the footprint kind of mapped out. We've got some wireframes. I did get a little bit farther with like framing out the door on this side. We also have like some temporary lights just to kind of see what it could look like. And we're starting to get a feel for what the interior might look like. And I want to try to think about what this could be, you know, like whether we're going to have a circle, whether we're going to have some form of angled walls. I'm not sure what we're doing. I don't know how much of this space we'll be able to use. I feel like most of what we're going to be doing is going to be inside the circle, and then of course from here up. So this is going to be a low level, but this part here is probably going to have some vertical stuff going on. So I might start to map out some of that as well. We did start to throw in the proportions of the windows, which I think is pretty cool. I might try to mess around with that a little bit as well. I'm not sure what we're going to do for that, but we'll go up and maybe put in a floor. I also want to try to map out where the floors are going to be and how we're going to get to them. I haven't really gotten that far yet, so there's a lot of planning inside yet to do. Blast Jordan, also on a 20 stream streak, as is Cosmic Dancer. Thanks so much. That's amazing. MDocs, hello, how's it going? Thanks, Neon. Yeah, I like it too. I like it too. And right now, I think the first thing I need to do is go repair this pickaxe. I don't have anything else that needs repairing. The elytra too, actually. So we'll, I guess I'll bring these two things. Is there anything else? Oh, I need more diorite because we're running out of scaffolding. Grab more diorite. And don't know. I don't think we're running low on anything else that I can remember. I think we're pretty good. That's weird. Sun is reflecting off the front of those, even though That's an odd glitch. Huh. Okay, I think we're good. Do I have a firefly bush? Says Cosmic. Yes, I do. Hold on. We'll go back. Cosmic wants a firefly bush. I think I have one. Yes. We'll do that first. At least the stream will have some pink to it because we're going to Cosmic's place. Nice. Drop it anywhere off in storage, says Cosmic. Cool, we'll do. Oh, I'll take some diorite. Yeah, sure. I'll steal some diorite. I'm assuming you don't care how much diorite because no one uses diorite for anything. I guess there was a chicken somewhere near the portal. I don't remember getting an egg. Take as much as I can? Okay, cool. I'm sure as someone that's been doing some digging, you have more than enough diorite. Oh, I don't know if I knew that you had paintings up on the walls in here. That's cool. Firefly bush. I'll put it in the brown mushroom shulker box. And then coarse dirt, grass, cobblestone, and other stuff. Dirt, gravel. Maybe it's over here. Bed skates, concrete dye, deep slate. There we go. Diorite. Trade officially complete. Also, yeah, MDocs, Cosmic did a really cool job on Somerville. I really like it from the map view. Really cool. Lots of patterns and flowers and all kinds of fun stuff. It's also huge. Like Cosmic, this is Somerville rivals the size of the Mushroom Island. I'm pretty sure. Have you ever measured it? Have you ever like taken account for how wide it is? I feel like it's a good 700 blocks. It's at least 5. Thankfully, we don't have to turn things down around here anymore, which is good. Just go get the levels and repair the things. This will take a minute. I know Sandy does not like flying in the nether. Druid Jen, hello, how you been? I haven't measured it. I remember joining the server at first and being like, I'll build something small and keep out of the way. And then bam, Somerville. I think that's all famous last words in Minecraft. I'll just start here. It'll be a small project. If you end up doing something you like, it ends up being a big project always. Rip piglins, yep. Yeah, this is one of those farms that just keeps on giving. The experience is going to be put to good use. Yeah, I'm going to be putting it towards labeling shulker boxes. We have enough of them. I think I am going to tear down that shulker farm today. It'll be a good distraction from selecting block pallets. I think it'll make the screenshots look a lot nicer too. We still would have had to come here. I still would have needed the diorite for the scaffolding, so worked out well. I think the elytra should be repaired. Yeah. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Well, as long as I get one shulker box or one shulker in a minecart, we should be fine. It'll be a little bit tricky to get over to it, but we should be okay. The real pain is going to be rebuilding the farm down the line, because I will eventually have to rebuild it. But my vision for the area has changed since I built it, so it'll be worth taking down, I think. One of those rare situations where, like, sometimes you wish you were building in creative where you could just enter in some translate commands and, like, just move it as opposed to having to tear it down. Run the farm for a stream or two and then you'll be set for the next 2 or 3 years. You know what? Actually, Sandy, that's not a bad idea. Maybe before we tear it down, I should run it again. Yeah, you know, that might not be a bad idea. When I run out of shulkers in 25 years, yeah. I've been dropping off gifts to everybody on the server, or at least I plan to, because I'm also removing a lot of mushrooms. And so people are going to be getting shulker boxes as gifts. The problem is that they're going to have to figure out what to do with the mushrooms. Alright, pick is repaired. We'll get a little bit of extra on the shovel and then we'll be out of here. Mushrooms you can compost for bone meal, but not mushroom blocks. Which is surprising. You can't burn mushroom blocks either. Which is weird. Because I'm pretty sure you can burn hyphae in a furnace. You know, like warped stem and crimson stems. Mdox, you do love mushroom soup for cool seasons? Yeah, mushroom soup is okay. I find it very intense. I would much rather have like a steak boxty or like a mushroom burger. I like them with things. I like mushrooms on pizza. All right, that's it. I think I'm good. I think I need any more. We'll take a little bit of extra gold with us. Wiki disagrees with you. Composting mushroom blocks can be used in the composter with it. Really? You can compost mushroom blocks? Oh, I didn't know that. Hold the front door. Huh. Maybe I think I just assumed you couldn't compost them because you can't burn them in a furnace. Blast Jordan says there's not much room for them in composters anyway. See what you did there, Blast. See, that's a good one. That actually is that's a good pun. Papa J Gaming, thanks for coming in. Hello. Well, that means that we can really make a lot of use out of the mushrooms that we have, because we can set up an auto crafter sequence to turn them into blocks. So that'll be great. So it'll give us something else to do as like a mini farm. Awesome. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to collect more shulker boxes, or shulker shells, I guess I should say. And this should be pretty easy to do. Oh, there's already one out here. I was thinking ahead of time. Okay, so we'll just take that out of there. I'll turn this farm on. It is 2:25 p.m. So loud. So 2:25. We will see where that is in 30 minutes. Set a timer, chat. What I could probably do, redirect this. These don't need to be here. That's now manual. What we'll do is we'll switch these two. That wasn't empty at all. Cool. Okay, so that will eventually come down. You can see the bullets are going, so we know it's working. We will put together that bone meal thing. I'm curious about that. So this is what people are saying. We can put blocks in here. Yeah. Okay. So we could make a little farm somewhere. I guess I could attach it right to that. That's going to be in the way, unfortunately. We'll have to move this. But we could use composter, that, redstone. I need to make more comparators. And I guess a barrel. For a shulker box? Probably a shulker box. How to get the pictures of the items on the outside of the chests. It is a mod. It is called Shulker Box Labels. You have to run it on the server and on your client if you're on a server, but if you're just on a client, then you can just run it locally. Shulker Box Labels, yeah. Version 3.4. Yeah, it's real. I like it a lot. I think I like symbols and colors in Minecraft are much better than signs with writing on them. For me, for labeling stuff, I really prefer it this way. What was I doing? I needed redstone. We're gonna need just one crafter, comparators, repeaters, and then one of these other shulker boxes. Actually, let's separate this. Let's do one for bone meal, and we'll do another one for bones. So it works like this. You put the item you want on the shulker box here. You put the shulker box there in the anvil. It costs you a level. And you get both back. Or you get the item back. Don't know why we would need bones, but maybe I'll keep one stack of bones. Cool. All right, where is going to be a good place to put this? Probably over here. We've put everything down below. So I'll grab this. And we'll work backwards. Maybe we'll put it over here. Yeah, let's put it here. So the crafter can just go straight into that. It's going to make bone meal. So much like these, it just has to be full. And I didn't bring any blocks. That goes into there, and then this will be feeding bone meal into there. So we'll need another composter. That works, right? Yeah. Composter, and then we'll have to have a hopper. And I guess I could just put something on top of that. Shulker boxes are just going to end up, they're just going to end up being broken, but then I guess I could always put a lever on there to lock the hopper. Oh, you can't put, huh, if I put one there, that wouldn't go into a composter anyway. Hold on. Nope, it does not stop it. Oh, it's making white dye. That's weird. Oh, or maybe I did that because... Oh. It's... Oh, because my composter is not full of anything. That's why. I always forget that step. Now it'll work. I mean, we could also just turn it into some white dye, too. Not going to be enough. So what we could do is we could just put the box here. This should make a bone block. Yeah, item frames are kind of laggy, I agree. Cool. All right, so that's working. So now we can put that there, and if I wanted to stop it for any reason, I can just click that. And that stops everything mid. And then I can grab that shulker without it going into the hopper. Sweet. Easy breezy. Well, that means we don't have to worry about having tons and tons and tons of stuff. We can constantly dispatch it. Does it work with this as well? I'd imagine it probably does. Yep. Excellent. I'm glad we found that. Thanks, chat. that was easy. One less thing. Just a little bit noisy. That's the only thing. All right. Now I need to sleep. Things that won't go into composter won't go in. Yes, they won't go in, but they will go into the hopper. I was just wanting to make sure it didn't go down into the hopper. It was more about making sure I didn't lose it visually. We don't need this anymore. I don't know what we're going to do without the fish. Do I have fish somewhere? Eventually we'll have to move this. Wouldn't be a bad idea to remove some mushrooms out there, I would say. Just while we're waiting for the shulker box thing to move around. I mean, I could also start prepping for moving too. I'm just trying to give myself a nice clear border around this building so that I'm not, the vision is not influenced by stuff that's kicking around. We also have to move that other beacon that's in the wrong spot. It's funny, you don't think about these as being next to the base, but they're still almost underneath the overhang. It's wild. We're just going to take this out. I'm not sure what's easier to take down. I think the brown ones, maybe? Yeah, I think they're easier to aim at. Cosmic, I'm sure you probably need bone meal too, with all the flower and gardening stuff that you do in Minecraft. Or do you have a bone farm? Like, do you have a bone meal farm? Or do you just use the one on the server? These were also harder on the eyes because of how red they are. And all the red particles. The brown ones are less flashy when you completely dismantle them. I know you're trying to grab some shade here, friend, but unfortunately, you're on your own. I mean, you kind of come with your own umbrellas anyway. No, I just bone meal everything I can, so if I can chop a tree down, I will silk touch the leaves and bone meal it always. Oh, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. That's why I tend to collect everything that I mine up. Like, you never know. In a good situation, you're probably going to be able to find ways to use it later on down the line, right? This land is probably going to be moved, so I won't bother with the mushrooms. I'll get these ones though. Oh, hey, we don't want that kicking around. I don't even know if I know where that goes. Probably over to the Lush Cave, be my guess. I don't know if I've been down this one or not. Probably have. I'll have to come back. Thou block it under my shroombrella? Yeah, exactly, right? That's what I was thinking. They look cool with these, I've got a 3D texture pack for the mushrooms, and I think they look better. They look more realistic. I mean, not that they're realistic, but you know what I mean. Looks more like a solid block. I guess, yeah, this one here needs to go. Obviously, I'm not too worried about the stuff that's falling down there. Not like we're running out. So in some situations, I've been leaving the stumps, but I'm feeling like the closer we get to the building, the more I want to remove the stumps. So there's a couple of stumps over here we can just get rid of. All the mushrooms kind of freak you out, or the mushrooms, or the oh yeah, the mushrooms. The mushrooms freak you out. It's a weird. Oh, we've got some loss happening. That's going to be full in 20 minutes. We'll put some more hoppers down. The brown mushrooms make you a little bit dizzy, though. I'll say that. Couldn't imagine what a real life mushroom would look like with all the spores growing out of it. I don't remember seeing one in the Minecraft movie. They would have been that cartoony rendition, though. They wouldn't have been realistic. But I've gone looking for concept art of... Uh-oh. That's a problem. You're not supposed to be out here. We have to take this down. Crap. So we've got... It was just a little bit too close to the farm. Fair. Thanks for mate. Bow is in here. Don't have any arrows on me, apparently. And I will need probably just some trapdoors. That is enough. That should be enough. I just need to make sure that this is spawn proof, that's all. I don't know that this is going to be enough, but whatever. It's an interesting look that we're forced to use. And I'll grab some others. Don't forget the top. Yeah, I'll do something else on the top. I guess we'll do... Maybe we'll do pink on this side. No, don't have enough. We'll do pale oak. This is another reason why the farm is going to get moved. This is going to look so weird. Alright, that should be enough, unless they can teleport to there, at which point they'll just be in the nether. But I don't know why we've got a shell over here. So for folks that might be wondering how the farm is working, there's a video on Joel Duggan VODs about me making it, and it's not my design, obviously, it's somebody else's. So essentially these guys are shooting down towards a shulker box that's down the bottom. And every time he gets shot at, he duplicates. And these are entity cramming. So there's actually 23 and 23. So there's 46 shulkers eventually once this thing gets going, all hovering there, all shooting down towards, you can sort of see him somewhere. There he is right there. I think at the bottom? I don't remember where you can see him from. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, there he is there. And you can see them duplicate and then they jump up. And then when they get to that last available teleportation spot, they entity cram and they die. And then their items are spat out here and collected with the tray down there. Wouldn't be the first time the Nether tried to kill us immediately upon entering. That's really bizarre. I guess they're just waiting for someone to die so they can move to that spot. So we're going to take out this little chunk of land. And I guess we'll cut it across this way. $30 minutes is up for the shelter box. Thanks very much. Let's go check that out. I think it's almost full. Yep. You can see the rate at which it comes in. So it's almost 2/3. So that's what? 9. So 17 stacks. So it would be, if we were to guess, it would be somewhere around 33 to 34 stacks of shulker shells per hour. Unfortunately, we can't do the same thing with mycelium. We've said a number of times on stream that it would be nice if dirt and mycelium and mushroom blocks and all that had a few more things they can craft into, although I guess we figured out now that they craft into bone meal, so that's good. I don't think I necessarily need my little ghast corral over here anymore. Okay, frees up a little bit more space over here. Now I feel like we can probably build the last arm of that and be fairly clear. I might want to take out a couple more mushrooms here. Stream time's at an hour? Yes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that break. I'm going to leave the Shulker farm going. We'll fill up whatever we can, and then after the break, I will shut her down and tear it down. Which feels bad, but whatever. We know we need to move it. Fine. I wish there was a way to make a smaller Shulker box farm, because I don't need one to be this efficient. It just feels so OP. Although, I guess later on in this area, I might be wanting something that's more powerful. I don't know. All right, I take a break once an hour, folks. If you're new to the channel, it gives me a chance to grab another glass of water. You can too. Grab a drink, grab a friend, let them know that we are streaming. We're always trying to grow the channel, and I'll be right back. All right, let's dump some of this stuff out. We don't need this right now. And this can go there. We know we can use mushroom over here, because I already have a box of mushrooms, so there's no need. Like we have, I can't imagine I'll ever need any more than that, so anything on top of that I can just turf. And this is cool because now when I leave a Shulker box full of something for Alistair or Cosmic, I'm leaving them something useful. I'm not feeling like it's something completely troll-like in leaving them a box of mushroom blocks. Although maybe a fun challenge. You can build something with this that doesn't look like red polka dots. Like just silliness. All right, let's go turn the farm off. And that way we can just pocket whatever's is here, providing this is full. Maybe I'll wait for this to fill up. Just to say, we've got 2 Shulker boxes of shells. I'll see how many shells are left in this one, and I'll fill them both up. And that'll be good. That's crazy. Like, 2 hours, and we've got roughly 2 Shulker boxes full of stuff. So we'll leave it going for another little bit. So I'm going to pull some stuff out of here. Speaking of Shulkers, one of the things we could do is use the sound controller mod to make the Shulkers quieter. Specifically the bullets. We could manipulate that with the mod. Box, box, box. Death, hurt, open, shoot. The shooting noise we can take down. Bullet hit. Bullet hurt. It's the shoot noise that's the real big one. Nice. Such a simple mod to use. I really like it. Cosmic and Sandy. Sorry, Sandy. Looks like. Thanks for being awesome. Appreciate it. I can't tell you what a lifesaver that sound controller mod is. The simple use is really helpful where I have sensory issues with some of the sounds of Minecraft. Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, I never thought about it from an accessibility standpoint. You're right. That's a good call. And somebody else said something earlier on the break. It was Blockhead, I think. Hey, crap! How's it going? I missed it. Where did it go? It was about CNC machines. Yeah. Thou Blockhead. Minecraft farms are crazy with their mechanic manipulations. I love technical Minecraft farms. They remind me of CNC machines. Totally. Yeah, I get that. Some of them look like circuit boards. Now, I heard an Enderman teleport a second ago. I don't remember. He must have spawned in a lush cave, I guess. Oh, I forgot the other side of that. Crap. We should be okay. I do rather enjoy how much fun you mods get out of banning bots, or potentially just banning people if it would happen to be a real person, although it's unlikely. I can see that happy chair dance in my brain when one of you swings the ban hammer. Cosmic, I feel like you and I have talked about that in a DM about, you know, a previous real person that was being a real problem, and you got to say bye-bye, and you're kind of gloating afterwards privately. Almost there. Almost there. So what we'll do is maybe get a little bit of diorite crafting going on. What are we going to do? We're going to do this part, so I'm gonna need some stone. I think I've got... Oh yeah, we're good there. Got plenty of granite. I might be low on scaffolding, actually. You know what? Let's make a little bit of extra scaffolding. I just realized that we have the ability to craft wool into string. Is that that's not vanilla. String into wool is one of them's not vanilla, and the other one is a data pack. Either way, once we get a sheep farm, we'll have unlimited string, which is gonna be great. Cosmic says it does bring great joy, not gonna lie. No, that's fair. I would enjoy it too. Another stack and a half to go. String to wool is vanilla. Wool to string is a data pack. That makes sense. No, it's just a recipe data pack, I think. It's a vanilla tweaks one. It's up there with like a nether wart, ice, like packing and unpacking ice. It just kind of makes some blocks in Minecraft behave the same, which I think is really cool. All right, what do we want to do while we're working on this? I guess we can... I don't want to start moving too much around on the door stuff. While I'm waiting, I could put a couple of rows up on that window. Could be worth doing. MindTripMedia with 1,000 bits, making up for some missed streams. Thanks very much, MindTrip. That's very kind of you. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Appreciate the bits. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 20. I think it was 29. Nope, 31. Let's split through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess it's just going to go here. All right, so for anybody that's new in chat, this is kind of the look that we're going for, and it is based on this. So we're trying to make it look roughly the same proportions. Actually, I can put this on the top little corner there. I feel like that's pretty good. There's another line of detail that goes farther back, but just the window itself, I think, is going to be about like that. And I think this is just going to be a viewing platform. I can't imagine I'm going to be using this for much. What I'm planning on doing is down this side. From here, behind the window, towards the middle is where I'm going to have storage. So this space in here, kind of like from there to there, I think this is going to be storage. I don't exactly know how we're going to do it, but that's the plan. And at the moment, these are rectangular. They could end up being something that flares out in this direction. I don't know yet. We might decide that they might look better if they're a little bit more narrow here and a little bit wider at the base. We'll have to see. I just needed to get the rough idea in there. But then somewhere around 2/3 of the way down the window, there's like an overlapping piece on the top. We'll try to put that in then. Oh, come on. Copper Golem or manual? I don't know, actually. We could maybe use both. It's certainly going to be something similar to what I've got down there, I think. At least as a start. All right, so where does this thing start? This is, the window starts here. Yeah. So 2/3 would be 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. I think maybe 2 blocks this way. So what I'm looking at is, oh, that's not hooked up. Hold on. There we go. This part here, my cursor not showing up? That's weird. Normally, oh, there it is. So this part right here is what I'm looking at. And it looks like it's not halfway. It looks like it's a little bit past halfway. That looks about right. I want to say that probably goes up at least 2 blocks. And maybe even 5. Maybe not that high. Maybe it just goes 3. Might have to switch it around based on the proportions, but not bad. I've got a funny feeling that our shulker boxes are probably done. cool. So that is now off. I guess I could grab this while we're out here. So we now have 2 full shulker boxes full of shells, and then some. There's going to be some left over. Cool. So now we've got to tear some stuff down. Well, first I guess we've got to grab the shulker. I've got lots of temporary blocks now. We're going to need rails, power, and I think I've got mine carts in there. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's a name tag, but we'll grab another one just in case. And mine as well. Since I have the data pack to craft them, might as well make a couple iron, paper, and string. Now, it might be worth it to use potion. Do I have? I've got a potion of invisibility. I might want to save that. I think they're still going. Yep. Right. I need to take these shells off first. So this is going to be tricky. This is going to be tricky. Also, I need something that I need to maybe grab something that these guys won't teleport to. I can't teleport to slabs. I think I can still put slabs. I think I can still do rails on slabs, right? Yes. Okay. So we've got to be 8 blocks outside of the farm. So as you can see, I've got the footprint here on the ground, so it's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go 9 and 10 just to be sure. We'll go this way. don't know whether these guys will attack the villagers or not. Maybe we should put this on the other side. We'll keep them over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, you know what? I guess we don't have to keep them anywhere near where we are. We can just kind of move them over that way somewhere. Yeah, like maybe we'll just arbitrarily choose that red mushroom as like the new Shulker jail. And normally I just like to keep them in a little pit, so we'll just dig something like that over here. So somewhere back here we can start to go up. Just about right. And then we'll switch to slabs. But these have got to have rails on them. Now they can't teleport to these at all. Whoops. Can't tell if he's shooting at me or just anyone in general. Oh, shooting at me. Still a bunch of guys going up here. I guess those were all aimed at me. Oh boy. All right, we got to keep it low. Good to know. Heard you say Shulker prison and was not impressed. It's fair. I wouldn't be impressed either. Oh yeah, this is going to be a problem. I might have to use that invisibility potion. There we go. Oh, they're all coming down. I see. So breaking those was a mistake. Roger that. Roger that. I'm going to need this after all. Okay, so we'll take off all this and make sure I've got some rails and a minecart or two. Take those out of my hand. So we're probably still going to be seen there. All I really need to do is get like one of these guys in a minecart. Guess I should have put that behind me. Tricky. Whoa. That sent him away. Okay. Good to know. That's still gonna be a problem there. Oh. Well, he's on the right spot, maybe. Oh, I'm gonna die. All right. The adventure continues. Nope. That's what I didn't want to do.
Hours later.
That's true. Oh, that's so true. All right, I don't have very much longer on this invisibility potion. What are we doing with 4 minutes, 5 minutes? I'm gonna sleep really quickly so I can see what I'm doing. All I need is one shulker, and then we can tear the whole thing down. I can kill the rest. So if I give him an opportunity to land on or near the tracks, then we should be able to do this. So if I say the only spot that you can teleport to is there, oh crap. Right? And then I remove this. Okay. But then there's a spot here. Hopefully, somebody will end up out here. Or I can go get that guy. Which I could do by going a little bit lower. In here. So there is a spot that we could potentially take some rails as well. That could work. Oops. Why is pick block not working on rails? That's weird. Has that always been a thing? Not what I want. All right, we'll go down here, back up. Yeah, I can't pick block rails. That's weird. There's a shulker right there. Wish the 3D rails were vanilla. They're such a simple improvement. Yeah, I agree, Sunnybrook one. I think they look much better. I like the 3D 3D ladders as well. Oop. wonder if it would be easier to get one from up there. Invisibility potion is obviously worn off. Thanks for the TTS sticker, Cosmic. That's funny. You're just gonna keep on shooting bullets at me, aren't you? Yeah. I don't know if we got anybody or not. Does not look like it. All right, so we need to make a teleportable location out here. Come teleport out here, friend. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that I have... Now that I don't have any more invisibility potions, I can just put this back on. This won't hurt as much. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Oh, he died. Man, those things hurt. Oh, he's where I want him to be. Can I get a minecart in there before he moves? All I need is one. For a minecart. Oh, I don't have it. Crap. He's probably gone. No, I know I can't teleport to a half slab. Get in there. Darn it. He died. You killed him. I almost had him. Oh, I didn't mean to destroy those ones. I think that might have been a hopper minecart for starters. Thanks, SweetSandi. Yeah, I caught that too. Nope, he died. A lot of bullets. All right, let's see if we can just brute force this. Jackson Dynamite, hello. Oh, they keep on busting the minecart. That's a problem. That's a problem. Did not think this was going to be this much trouble to remove. that's a good chunk of them done. Do I have another cart? I do. We may just have to kill most of them, you know? Which is fine, as long as I have one. You find it exciting, Diagonal? I find it kind of tedious. I mean, we're paying the price for having 2 shulker box full of shells in next to no time. That's for sure. These things follow you forever. I can get rid of those. Can you knock these off with arrows? I think you can, right? Okay, so if I can get an actual cart in there. I think I only have the 1, 2, 2. Some walls to block line of sight. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. I can't tell whether that made it or whether it got... No, it looks like it got destroyed. That's why I don't like end rating either. Let's go down here. Don't even powered rails. Oh, that worked there. Weird. Put that there, and that there. Oh, whoops. Not fast enough. I don't know why minecarts take such a long time to break. Oh, seriously? The only time gravity actually makes sense in Minecraft. I need these shulkers back. Man, they're as good at aiming as skeletons are. I don't know where that other one went. On the ground somewhere? Yeah, I've got the walls up for blocking line of sight, but obviously I need to have the minecart go through there somewhere too, right? I mean, worst case scenario, we can just kill them all and use the data pack to get another one. No luck. Okay. This does not seem to be working. I don't think we got lucky there. Get in the cart. So annoying. That's a real pain. Will it take longer to save one than build the whole farm again? I don't know about that much. This guy's just going back and forth. What's he hitting? Oh, he's just not getting up all the way. So frustrating. At least I didn't get hit by a bullet that time. I'm gonna try to get this sorted out, Andy, just to see if we can't get at least one. I'm wondering if we take the bottom out, if it'll help. How did he open up? I must have destroyed his scaffolding, I guess.
Man, I thought villagers were annoying. These guys take the cake.
Yeah, you know, you're not wrong. Thanks for the TTS sticker, Sunnybrook one. I was like, who is that? And then I realized it was from Rick and Morty. Oh, jeez. Well, we got lots of shulker boxes. I think once we get it cleared of all the extra shulkers, we should be okay. I think maybe one thing I could do is go up to the top and try to kill the ones that are at the top. Maybe if I repaired the farm, we could have some guys up here. That would be easier to get. Because it looks like the boat's been destroyed. We might be down to the last one now. Okay, I'm done with the floating. Happy to be done with the floating now. Thanks very much. He's not in the minecart, which is annoying. Okay. How do I get him in a minecart? I feel like he's not, obviously where he's sitting has space on it. I wonder if it's shooting one by him, maybe? Aha! Got him. All I care about now. I think he's the only one left. Alright, so now, if I remove this stuff... Come on. And power those. And I don't want him to go into a block, so I'm going to go over here and just remove a couple of these rails. Should be good. SweetSandi with 100 bits. Thanks very much. And that's a hype train. It's 100 bits, a tier 1 sub or a prime sub. If you want to join the hype train, you get a chance to get an emote from Twitch, depending on what level the hype train gets to. Now I just have to bring this guy around. Oh, nope, don't want to hit him. Oh, I think he's off the block. Yeah, he's off the block. All right, well, maybe we'll just do it this way. Cool. Now, I just have to put him... I can't tell. I don't think that's the same one. He doesn't have a name tag. So we'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick break after I throw a name tag on him. Just to be sure. I know he's in a minecart, but we're going to do it anyway. And now I've got to heal him. Don't remember how to do that. A regen potion? Flash potion of regeneration. Just to make sure. One of the cows got in the way. You don't see that every day. That's pretty good. Oh no! He did not survive. Alright, name tag healed. I need to take a short break. Folks, I do this usually once an hour. We're a little bit past that just because I wanted to get that task complete. Once I move him out of the way, we'll be able to take that thing down pretty fast. I obviously do not have a lot of PvE practice in Minecraft. Not my favorite part of the game, but we got it done. So anyway, we'll be back as soon as I have a little short break here. Making sure that there's no more Shulker bullets coming my way. Maybe I should just, yeah, I'll hang out here around the corner. Cool, be right back. Okay, so we'll just lay some track and get him out of the way. And then we'll take down the farm. Okay, that should get him where we need him to go. Nope, don't shoot yourself. Jeez. Not what we need at all. Go! Oh, he's not on the track. See if I can somehow see this. No, I can't even get the hitbox. Oh, maybe. There we go. Got him. I think I've got a furnace minecart here somewhere. Yes. With no fuel. How's the building going? I've not built anything. We have been dealing with shulker boxes for the last hour. Oh, come on. Where is the coal? Finally. Jeez. That only took forever. The range at which you can punch those things does not make any sense. Really, really weird. Okay, so now we can tear this thing down. That, we will grab some extra shulker boxes, as I'm sure I will need them. Thankfully, with all the beacons, this shouldn't take too long to take down. Although I guess sandstone slabs are slow. That's annoying. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit then. I thought this was going to be instant, but no. Should probably go find that clock and turn it off too. At least the scaffolding will be easy to take down. Soon done? I don't know about soon. It's going to take at least 15 or 20 minutes. I was hoping it was going to be Instamine like this. And I'm going to have to waterlog this. Not waterlog, reverse it. I'm going to have to get rid of that. I think that's all the little bits. Wouldn't mind keeping some of this because obviously I'd like to try to build one of these again. Once the supporting blocks go, they do come down pretty fast. Yeah, I need to go find that clock. There we go. That'll do for now. Get rid of that. Time for more brown mushrooms? I don't feel like playing around in the dark, so we'll leave it. I'm trying to remember why there had to be so many floors. I guess it's because you had to get the other shulkers far enough away. Because similar to our creeper farm, like we don't need 6 floors. We could just maybe use 1. I'm sure there's a reason. Katie them, hello, how's it going? As fun as it is to watch Shulker wrangling doggos need a walk, yes. It's fair. Well, we've already wrangled the things. Take it easy, Sandy. Appreciate it. I don't think I knew that sandstone slabs were this hard to mine. Maybe it's because they're smooth. Prepping for a D&D one-shot. Nice. Been a long time since I've played D&D. It was fun when I did it. If I did it again, I would definitely want to play and not DM. Not that I have much experience with it, but I guess because of all the creative stuff I do in my day-to-day, like I would really like to just go along for the ride, you know? We've got another 2 layers left to go. Fun to play once in a while, yeah. Yeah, Pixelriffs is really into DM stuff, but he does more than just he does more than just D&D. He does all kinds of different tabletop stuff. I haven't checked, but I'm assuming as I get closer to the end of my stream that there's probably some hermits streaming today. Would be my guess. You do different games too? I work at a game store and they're paying me to teach. Oh, that's awesome. That's really fun. You must enjoy that. You love it? Yeah, that's awesome. I've only done a little bit of teaching in my time, but I did enjoy it. It helped that it was post-secondary, so like the kids I was teaching wanted to be there. Only one more level of sandstone to go. That's good. If I build this again, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it into a full VOD. I might do it as like a private stream or something just because we've already done it. So to build it again somewhere would feel pretty repetitive. I would certainly decorate it differently. That's for sure. Such a big thing, I might even put it underground. Which seems weird. You'd think that I'd want to put it in a space where I don't have to dig it out, but I wouldn't mind just hiding it in a chamber somewhere. Because it's not the most attractive farm with all the scaffolding. Tip your hat to any teachers, you don't have the patience for it. Oh, look, there's no way in crap I could do public school teaching. Like, not in a million years. One of my friends is a teacher, and he teaches really little kids, but there's no way. I was teaching kids that were like 19, 20. Well, 18. Yeah, I think it was like 17 to 19 maybe. Katie, you only teach games? Nice. I was teaching art and illustration. Specifically, I think it was art and or drawing and character design. And it was like it was a weekend thing. I don't remember it being much longer than 3 weeks, maybe 4. And I've also done a lot of one-off workshops as well, which sounds like that's what you're doing. Finally, we're almost there. I definitely did not anticipate this to take this long. I think it took like at least a few streams to actually build it. So I guess that makes sense. I don't think I finished it one stream. I might have. Probably two. I think the bottom part took a really long time. Okay, the last little bits here. Oh, I forgot about the snow golems. Right. We can just make more of those. That's not a big deal. We actually have a scaffolding shulker box now. Don't remember how many there were. Probably 10 or 12. I always feel bad about stuff like that because they really can't hurt you and they're not aggressive towards you at all. So it feels kind of strange. Rails are over here. So that's the scaffolding shulker box. If I had a box full of scaffolding, I would burn the box full of scaffolding. Well, given the height of what I need to do here, it might actually be worth keeping that around for a little while. We've got more shulker shells than we know what to do with. I'm not going to actually have time to do the other wing, which is too bad. That's all gone. I'm going to take this out. You love having a box of scaffolding? You always take it caving? Yeah, I can see that. It's a cheap thing to just kind of like leave around if you've got the string and the bamboo, which are both easily farmable and renewable. We're almost there. Whoops. Keep on falling in holes and throwing off my aim. Nice. Yeah, bamboo farm plus spider farm is free scaffolding. Totally. I know what you mean. I don't remember whether we changed the width of this road or not. So we'll also see if we can't fix that. coal. Oops. I do like the bundles for keeping your inventory clean. Pretty handy. All right, let's double check this road. I think that it's 17. And again, I'm not sure if it's going to stay a road. I just wanted to kind of keep it as a potential path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8. So, yep, 17. Yep. We'll just extend this out. And we'll need more stone. Just like that, poof, yeah. It does take a lot less time to take something down most of the time than it does to put something up. We're gonna have to find a new home for that nether portal too. I might be able to move that inside the perimeter of the base. Yeah, a more convenient spot might be better for that. I wonder if I make another one, if it'll just hook up kind of immediately. I don't think I made a special size. I think I just kind of put together just a basic portal. I made it 3x3. I don't think a couple of blocks here are really going to matter. We could put that. Could probably just move it in here. I don't remember which way we need to face in the nether, so let me just double check that. Also, redstone block. Let's not lose that. So this is south. And we come out facing west. So we should have the portal face west, I think. So that means we'll have to put it somewhere over here. No, actually we'll put it over here, but we'll just have it face the other direction. Sure. Grab a little flint and steel and some frog lights. Now, it's not been that long since we've gone through. I can't remember what the timer is. I don't think it's as long as 10 minutes. But if we face west, then we should come out facing west. Yep. I need to move this portal in the nether, too. And of course, we come out of this one, but we're going to break this one. Thankfully, with the haste 2, it's not too bad. I'm not sure where we're going to put our actual portal. We'll probably put it somewhere underground. One of the, I guess, inevitabilities of putting up some quick farms and kind of building things before you have a complete vision is that you have to be prepared to move things or tear things down or change the way that you're planning to do stuff. And thankfully, Minecraft is pretty forgiving. The only thing that you have to sacrifice is just your time. But as a content creator, like, it's fine because it just means, like, you know, it's more streams for you and things are at a slightly slower pace. I've been getting some feedback lately that people really like seeing all the behind the scenes work, like not just like a chunk of time goes by and all of a sudden poof, I've got a base. I don't know what to do to decorate this. I guess we could, I'm fine with kind of leaving that the way that it is. Of course, I'm short one. Maybe we'll go all the way around the edge here. Cool. I wonder how much we ended up in here for bone blocks. 9. Cool.
At the next beep, stream time will be at 3 hours. Boop. No, wait, I mean, beep.
Thank you, Cosmic, for the break reminder, although I think I'm going to wrap things up It is getting close to dinner time, and man, it is dark. It's not even 5 o'clock, and it's dark here. Oh, those of us up here in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm sure there's lots of people that are farther north in Europe that are just kind of like, preach to the choir, Joel. It's been dark since 2. So yeah, I get it. I do understand. That goes back. And I will reorganize the rest of this off stream. So even though it's raining, we now have a nice clean slate on this side. And you can kind of see where the 4th wing will be constructed down this way. And I've got no idea what I'm going to do with all this space. I'm sure we will eventually figure out a way to fulfill it. But for now, I'm going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let's see who is live. Hey, Cub fans live. I really like Cub fan. I think you will too. If you are not familiar, they're on Hermitcraft. They're doing a bunch of different things, it looks like, in Minecraft. I don't know if they're playing Hermitcraft right now. They might actually be on something else. But they are a fun YouTuber and fun streamer. I am going to be back on Tuesday for, again, probably more Minecraft. We'll be keeping an eye out for a snapshot as well and seeing what's new there. But we'll be talking about all the latest on the next episode of the Spawn Chunks on Monday. There's also bonus stuff out for Spawn Chunk members. So if you are patient this weekend, you'll get 2 new podcasts. The Hangout and the Quarterly Hangout are both going to go up this weekend. You can, of course, follow me on social media. Check out Patreon. It's one of the best ways to support me. It's only $2 a month, less than a coffee at Starbucks, and you can keep me streaming. So it's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Thank you to everybody that supported this week. We had a number of gift subs on the channel. We had a lot of bits, some of those fun TTS stickers. All of that stuff adds up. It really does make it a lot easier for me to keep these streams up. We've moved everything to 9 a.m. except for Saturdays. So 9 o'clock in the morning Atlantic time. That's UTC minus 4 hours from Tuesday to Friday. And then Saturday is supposed to be at 1. Today I moved it to 2 because we had stuff going on this morning. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Thanks again, folks. Cheers to Cosmic and to SweetSandi for moderating this week. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you all on Tuesday. Bye for now.